Hello everyone and welcome to Deaf Mute Studio. In this video I'm going to be ranking all the Batman films from worst to best. I say every, I'll be excluding quite a few. So I won't be ranking the animated films because I'll be here all day and that's a list for another time. So that's including Mask of the Phantasm, Under the Red Hood and even the Lego Batman film. I also won't be including Batman from 1943, Batman and Robin from 1949, and Batman from 1966. Because I haven't seen them and I got a little bit of stick from my Alien Ranked video, by the way, check that out. So if I've not seen it, it's not getting included. Although after seeing a few clips of them three films, I kind of really want to watch them now. And the last of, not on my list, are films that have Batman in, but only as a small cameo, so 2016's Suicide Squad and 2019's Joker, although technically it was only just little Bruce Wayne in that, but I've got to exclude it anyway. So after that big Batman cull, there are currently 10 films that I have seen with Batman in, so I'm going to rate them from 10 being the worst and 1 being the best. It's usually quite easy to pick out the worst films in a franchise, but Batman has a surprising amount of stinkers in its back catalogue. Let's have it. So in at number 10 and my least favourite Batman film of all time, although technically not a Batman film, The Justice League. It's a flat out abomination, an incoherent mess. It was bad enough when it was released in 2017, but with the release of Zack Snyder's cut, we got to see how badly Joss Whedon and Warner Brothers handled the director change. The end product was confusing, irritating, disappointing, and worst of all, I think everyone involved with this iteration should be removed from it, like Henry Cavill's moustache. Number 9 is Batman and Robin. The only reason I've not classed this as the worst Batman film ever, which I don't think many people would argue with that, is because for me it's now one of them films that come under the bracket of it's so bad it's good. Terrible puns coming at you from every angle, awful costume designs, nipples, woeful script. The list is endless for Batman and Robin. Although, and bear with me here, it does have one genuinely beautiful scene with George Clooney and Michael Gough when Alfred is lying in bed sick. Just that small scene alone elevates it above the Justice League. Number 8 is Batman vs Superman: The Dawn of Justice. It's got incredible visuals, but everything else about it is so overblown with too many characters and a plot that's so convoluted and nonsensical. It boggles the mind. It has got its good points, like I said previously. It's got incredible visuals. Ben Affleck was a great Batman, and that score by Hans Zimmer for Wonder Woman it just blows my off every time. But besides that, it's a terrible film. In at number 7 is Batman Forever. For a long time, I always defended Batman Forever because I had a soft spot for it. It was the first Batman I ever saw in the pictures, and I genuinely think Val Kilmer played a great Bruce Wayne. But after watching it again a few years back, sweet baby Jesus and the wee donkey, it is awful. Although I still think Val Kilmer is an underrated Bruce Wayne, everything else about the film is so poor. It pretty much has the same flaws as Batman and Robin, and for the life of me, I have no idea why Tommy Lee Jones was trying to one-up Jim Carrey's energy. It's almost as if he wanted to play the Riddler and not Two-Face, and even in the film, the two characters of Riddler and Two-Face, they seem to be the exact same character, just played by different people. It's a really strange film. Although I do really like the score by Elliot Goldenthal, and the soundtrack to this day is quality. If you don't love Kiss from a Rose and Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me, then you need Jesus. In at number 6 is Batman, the first Tim Burton one. You know what, I've never been a huge fan of Tim Burton's first Batman film. I've always thought that Jack Nicholson's performance as the Joker was overhyped. Not saying it was bad, just not as good as everyone says it is. He does have some really cool lines in it though, and it's not a bad film, it's just not my favourite Batman film. It seems like one of them films that if I watched it when I was younger, I'd have a bigger appreciation for it. In at number 5 is Zack Snyder's Justice League. In my knee-jerk review, go check that out by the way, I thought Zack Snyder's Justice League was a rare triumph of filmmaker over studio. It shows what happens when you completely back a filmmaker's vision. Although it's not a perfect film, and in many ways it's Zack Snyder at his most Zack Snyder, I enjoyed the spectacle. In at number 4 is The Dark Knight Rises. Plot holes. Massive gaping plot holes. I didn't really care then, and I don't really care now. I think the film was a good end to Nolan's trilogy. I liked the return of the League of Shadows. Bane was a good antagonist. The themes of social inequality were interesting, and not something that pops up often in huge Hollywood blockbusters. The Dark Knight Rises does have its problems, but a film that follows The Dark Knight is never going to live up to the hype. In at number 3 is Batman Returns. Dark, gothic, and a lot of sexual references and puns. Everyone always has a pop at Batman Forever and Batman and Robin for the constant use of puns, but Batman Returns has just as many, and they're pretty consistent throughout. Watching it again not too long ago, forgot how obsessed with sex this film is, especially the Penguin. It's hilariously inappropriate, but it all adds to the weird fun of it all. I love how the film looks, the tone, the world, and honestly, I don't think anyone will be able to top Michelle Pfeiffer's performance as Catwoman. It goes to show how talented she is by stealing the show from Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, and Christopher Walken. In at number 2 is The Dark Knight. We all know how good The Dark Knight is, how good Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker was, and how Christopher Nolan made arguably the best comic book film ever. It's near perfect, but it's not my number 1. Number 1 and my favourite Batman film of all time, Batman Begins. The first of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy and my all-time favourite Batman film. I love how grounded in reality it was, and in terms of telling an already overtold Batman origin story, it was engaging rather than, oh Jesus, here we go again, another Batman origin. I like that it was the first time we saw the League of Shadows in live action form, and we actually get to see Bruce Wayne train to become Batman. It was little things like these that we hadn't seen before that are actually really interesting. It made some people think, if I trained, what's stopping me from becoming Batman? The film was so steeped in reality, it made people believe that it could actually happen and anyone could be Batman. And for the record, I would like to state that in no way, shape or form did I sign up to a spinning class in order to get into shape to become Liverpool's version of Batman. If anyone tells you any different, it's complete bullshit. Honest. So that's my ranking of all the Batman films that I've seen from worst to best. Do you agree with my ranking? Let me know your Batman rankings on social media and the comment section below. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, it'll help me out massively. But most importantly, thanks for watching. Ta-da.